Remastered. In the last episode, you can tell by the screen, we have wrapped our case of the White Shoe Slain. We got Teresa Terrelson's murderer. Even though we didn't witness the cab driver, I still believe the hobo was the killer regardless, because all the evidence points towards him. If you've seen that last episode, man. It was a crazy episode indeed. I mean, we interviewed a guy at the bar named Andrew Baines who ran from us, but we stopped him in his tracks. And we interviewed the sailor. And also we interviewed this hobo, which the hobo was definitely the killer. Because there was no doubt about in my mind that he was definitely the guy from the cutscene from 2 episodes ago when we witnessed a neighbor that lived nearby. So now in today's episode, after we just wrapped up that case, we're going to start a brand new case. I don't know what to expect. And hope you guys join me on this ride, man. Because this game so far has been interesting. And I'm getting a little bit better here as the game moves forward. So before we get right into this video, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell to stay notified for all of my latest gameplay uploads. And without further ado, let's get right into this video, shall we? Man, Cole's been treating like a king at this club, it looks like. But why he's going back to this club again? Oh, I see why. The blonde woman that vice cop introduced us a while back. Makes sense.
Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torched song when I'm burning.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Man, another killer. Killing another innocent woman. Oh my goodness.
Another body. And Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
So, they found Deirdre Muller's ring at a pawn shop from one of our cases, huh? So we're going to head towards that pawn shop right now. Right now we're going to go over there to see what the pawnbroker has to say. So we're going to go there first before we hit to the rail yard. You already know I need my partner to drive to this one.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
I want to emphasize that
So now we're gonna see what the pawnbroker has to say about Deidre Muller's ring.
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
So here's the rings. In the Deidre Muller case.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
Hartfield's Jewelry. Was that the same jewelry place that we saw during when we started this series? Probably.
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
22K. Carat gold. Damn. This guy and whoever pawned this to this guy got a little bit of money in return, it looks like. That's interesting.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Huh. Interesting. So somebody else pawned that ring. So it wasn't Hugo Muller, who was the wife of Deidre Muller. It was somebody else. Interesting. So this case turned into a right way. So that case could be reopened if we had to. But now we're going to the rail yard to investigate this new case.
You know the way. You can drive. We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Perp is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Muller.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development of the ring under our hat.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it.
I already know what to do here, so.
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Neo, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Oh, never mind. She's fully clothed. So we're gonna definitely investigate. Oh, that actually looks brutal. You guys probably won't see. I might have to put a censor bar in this one because the head looks brutal. So.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, A 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
I had to stop talking because, like, just so you can see the arm parts, but not. I'm just gonna cover the face part because that looks a little brutal, if I'm being honest. All right, so now let's look at the handbag. Got a couple of things in here. We got ourselves a letter that looks torn off.
Get her to come home.
So someone broke one half of this letter. Huh. Interesting. I'll let you guys pause the video if you guys want to read it, so I'll let you guys do that. And there's another thing in here too.
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
That explains why it says the Halloween date of 1941 that's on this certification. So that means she worked at this film company before it got shut down. Interesting. Very, very interesting. We got 2 more stuff over here.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Mensch's Bar, corner 9th and Main. So we got ourselves another bar to go to in this new case, huh? And we got a paper right here.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Personal items, but not booze, and it's written down on a liquor store paper, huh? Interesting. So that's everything. The music is sounding. So now we're gonna go interview this guy right here. Yep, we're gonna interview this guy.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your detail?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
So we interviewed this guy, and so now we gotta interview this guy who's being a pervert. Interesting. Let's interview.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her.
Ooh!
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
He had lipstick.
Classic Carmine.
What was he doing with the lipstick? Did he took her off of the victim's body? And by the way, that is nasty for a guy to be kissing a dead body. This guy got no life, man. I can tell you that much. If you're kissing a dead body, he has no life ahead of him. That's crazy.
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
Oh my goodness, Rusty is pissed off, man. He wants to beat the living crap out of him. And before I interview him, I gotta sneeze real quick. Excuse me on that one. I had to sneeze real quick. So now I gotta ask him. This is a 20. He's 24 years old, and he was kissing on a dead body and took her lipstick that was near her purse. So we gotta ask him, why is he interfering with this investigation, kissing the body and whatnot?
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Wasn't like she needed it, but why are you not staring us straight? Is he staring us straight? I mean, I feel like that's like his pose or something. Why is he buffed up like if he was Superman, like doing that pose? I think he is staring us straight. I thought he was not looking at us straight, but like he's looking straight towards my eyes, man. Like if he's looking straight to my soul or something, you know? So I don't think he's lying on that one because he's not moving. He's not moving his head. He's not making gulps. He's just looking at us straight. So I gotta go good cop here because I got no evidence towards him.
Quit staring at me like I'm some kind of freak.
What do you mean, bro? You're the one that's staring through my soul. I'm literally looking at my monitor and you're looking towards my soul right now. So I gotta go good cop for him then.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
So that's how he is, man. This guy looks like... Tell me if he's not high on weed or something. Because this man has his big old eyes, man. Like, he looks like he's high off of something. I don't know. So I'm going to ask him about the discovery of the victim's body. What time did he discover the victim's body?
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? Wait, why are you looking down now? Oh, he's raising his eyebrow. Oh my God. You were just telling the truth, doing a Superman pose in the last episode. I mean, not last episode, excuse me. The last question. And now all of a sudden, he's like looking around, being all chill with an eyebrow popping up. Oh yeah, you already know. I got no evidence to accuse him, so I gotta go back up here.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Ooh!
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Dude, Rusty punched him not once, but twice. That is something, man. At least Rusty's actually doing something, and he's like clocking witnesses. That is interesting. So we do got a foam well here, so we're gonna use before we head out to our next location. So
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor, closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks for your help.
So we got the address for the nearby liquor store. But that was just funny how he just like clocked him in the face, man. He clocked him in the face not once but twice. But before we go to the liquor store, I want to go to the bar first to see if anyone's seen this victim. Oh, excuse me. So we're going to go to the liquor store after the bar. So I'm going to let... You already know I'm going to let Rusty drive, so...
You can drive.
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah, I read about that.
Those people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? I guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. Spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Ask around. Well, the first guy I'm going to see is this guy nearby, so.
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights. You don't have any. Answer the question. Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
That guy didn't want to talk. How's something? So we're going to talk to this guy right
What's your
here.
name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, Detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Alright, so he said he's aware of her, but not like she known her. Interesting. So let's see when was his last contact with the victim, which his name is Grosvenor McCaffrey. So let's see when his last contact with her was.
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
I'm looking at his face. He's definitely smirking a little bit. But he's not moving to the left or the right, because usually when they're moving to the left or right, they're pretty much lying, right? But I'm looking at his throat too. Seeing if he's not making any gulps. Which doesn't look like he's making any gulps. But, very interesting, this guy is. But he's not making gulps, he's just moving his head. And smirking a lot.
You guys got somewhere you need to be? You're ruining the ambiance.
Well, he's not looking to the left or right, he's not moving his eyes. I can tell by that much. I mean, he's squinting his eyes a little bit, but it doesn't mean he's lying. So, I'm going to take a risk and go good cop here. Because it doesn't look like he's lying to me, so I got to go good cop. Hopefully he's right.
Can anyone corroborate that?
Good choice of word. Am I a suspect?
Huh, so he was lying to me. This guy is tricky because, like, I couldn't tell if he was lying or not. I mean, he was moving his face, but, like, he wasn't moving to the left or right, so... Let's see if he has any criminal history.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Few skirmishes. I'm looking at his face. Oh! Oh yeah, he's making little gulps now. That first question I didn't understand, but like... But he's moved his body too. He's not sitting up straight. And he's looking... I'm looking... Oh yeah, he's looking down a little bit too. Oh yeah, he's definitely not telling me the truth here, so... I gotta go back cop because he's not telling the truth.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
So, the first question, he was definitely lying. I should have caught him with the lie in the first question. So... But I got that one right. So let's go to the liquor bar real quick before, or the liquor place. Wait, hold up. It's showing me something over here. Let me investigate this place because it didn't cross out the mark. This is the ladies' room, gentlemen's. Anything in the back? Anything in here? Because it didn't show the cross out. That's why I'm looking around, see if there's no other evidence. It doesn't look like there's any evidence, and save right there, so I'm guessing we're done here then. Because I don't find anything. So I'm just going to go to Levine's Liquor Bar, see what they got to say. Let's go to that location, see what we got other people to do, you know?
You're behind the wheel.
Interview, you know?
What did you make of McCaffrey?
There'll come a day, and it's coming very soon. We'll run him and the rest of his pinko buddies out of Los Angeles.
I meant as a suspect, Rusty.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Oh, so Evelyn Summers was living in this liquor place, huh? That is interesting. Very, very interesting.
Got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. Well, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store, that was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around.
We'll definitely take a look around, see what we see. Oh, we got something. Got something. Oh, I picked up the bowling pin.
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Huh. So we got another location to go to see if we can find someone. Probably going to save that for the next episode anyways.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
Oh, so she kept some memorabilia from her past job, maybe from a desk job or something. I don't know. What is this?
What exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
She worked in legal copyrights in music. So this is one of her rewards. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Let me see over here. You got a picture right here.
She wasn't always such a loner.
Ooh, so she must have had another sister and two brothers here. Interesting. And there's a book here too.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Investigate further.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
That was the guy that we just interviewed. Just interviewed at the bar. So that guy was straight up lying to us. And she was borrowing books from him. We got everything now. The music is there. Interesting. So now, I gotta go back to the bartender, it looks like. Just to make sure there's no other things around here. Anything extra? There's an alleyway. Not the same alleyway we were in at that bar. So, looks like I gotta go back to talk to this guy because I'm not seeing newspapers anywhere. So, Anything over here that I don't know of? Nope. Nothing over here. So, let's just re-talk to this guy then. Robbins. Liquor store owner and a friend of victim of Evelyn Summers. So we're going to ask him when was his last contact with the victim.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Looking at his face. He's not moving his eyes. He's not gulping. He is blinking. I mean, he is moving his mouth a little bit. Huh, interesting. But that doesn't mean he's gulping, because I don't see his... Or actually, he is gulping a little bit. I don't want to get fooled twice after the last interview guy we did, which is that McCaffrey guy. He is gulping, but he's staring us straight. But sometimes gulping means they're not telling the truth on something too. Even though that they're staring us straight. Oh wait, he moved his eyes. Oh. Gentlemen, I have a store to run. But he is gulping though. So I think he might be not telling the truth on this one. Because despite that he's looking at us straight, he is gulping. And usually when they're gulping, they're not telling the truth. So I'm going to take the risk and go bad cop here. Because he doesn't look like he's telling me the truth here.
She was an alcoholic and your friend. And you still kept selling her booze.
You ever try to stop an addict, detective? Better me than having her buy methylated spirits from the hardware store.
Oh, so he was telling the truth. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. If they're staring straight and golfing a little bit, then that means they could still be telling the truth despite their golfing. So let's see if he had any relationship with the victim.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Well, he's not moving his face, and I could have went good cop in that last question. So, he's definitely not lying. So I'm going to have to go good cop here. Hopefully it's right.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
So he was telling me the truth on the first two questions. Just the first one I got it wrong, but the second one I got it right. Let's see if he has any knowledge of that McCaffrey dude we just interviewed. So let's see if he has any knowledge about him.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Looking at his face. Looking at his eyes. He's moving his eyes to the right, it looks like. Yep, he's moving his eyes to the right. He's not looking at us straight now. I'm looking at his eyes closely. He's looking. I'm looking. Keep looking at his eyes. He's looking down, too, while he's looking to the right. So he's not telling me the truth now. The first two questions, he was telling the truth. But now he's not telling me the truth. So I got to go back cop here, then. Hopefully he's right.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
So, Evelyn never hurt anybody. So we're definitely done here, man. We're definitely done here. Good thing, too. So, it's not showing me the save thing. I might have to redo this whole thing again because I want to pause the video here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video regardless, because this new case is definitely getting interesting. But we still having no leads to the killer. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the thumbs up, like button if you enjoy, and subscribe for more gameplay videos. It's your boy Vigas, and I'll see you guys next time.